Too black, which is too strong.
You so black.
What's up, family? It's your man, Brother Black One here again with Workplace Confessions, where work is over, just on my way home. So, in the charmed city of Baltimore, going home. So, I just want to reflect on the idea of you versus the world. What I mean when I say you versus the world, what I'm referring to is knowing yourself internally, knowing who you are before you share yourself with the world in the form of relationships. You know, when my last marriage was over, and what came rushing back to me was those feelings again about wanting to be in a relationship, or I guess what I'm trying to say is those feelings of loneliness came rushing back again. That void where I had previously was what got me into the multiple marriages, because I was scared to be by myself. I was scared to know who I was internally. And because for obvious reasons, and I'm gonna get more in depth with this series about Up and Close with Brother Black One. That's gonna be one of my playlists where I get down and dirty as to why Brother Black One is on here with this YouTube channel. So, you know, being by yourself is one of the scariest things for a lot of people, and it was for me. But when you're forced into that and you have no choice but to be by yourself, what do you do? And I think I'm talking about with the opposite sex, because you can be alone but not be lonely. Like I have I have a good friend, and he is like a brother to me, and he is like I can depend on. We've been friends since we were 5 years old. And it's you gotta excuse me because there's sirens in Baltimore. So what happens is I'm sorry, I got distracted. These two dudes in the middle of the street, I got to get ready to fight, but there ain't no 5-0 was sitting right there in an unmarked car. Man, it serves them. But when I was dropping my mentee off, they were still out there going on doing their thing. So my point is that being by yourself has always been characterized as being a dark, damp place, like a haunted house. Nobody wants to go there. Nobody wants to go into the house of loneliness. But you know what I've come to realize, and this is over a period of time, learning myself, and was forced to do this because, you know, I went from one marriage to another marriage to another marriage without taking a break in between, because that void in me was, you know, I had to keep feeling it subconsciously. I had to be in a relationship. But you know what? I had to get to the point where, and you know, I won't say I struggle with it, but I had to keep telling myself, you're not going to, after this last marriage ended, you're not going to do the same thing you always doing, man. You're not going to jump out there. But you know what? I found myself on dating sites. I found myself you know, talking to people, you know, got another lady friend and all that. And I was like, dude, when you going to take time for you, man? When you going to find out what Rob, what Brother Black one like? Man, stop, you know, just jumping into stuff. And then when you jump into stuff, you don't even give yourself time to know who the other person is. They say one thing that you like, and you just, here you go, off in a relationship. But I thank God for my, you know, my boy, man, my boy Neville, man. You know, he's like a brother to me, man. And he, you know, he really, and you gonna meet him, because, you know, he gonna, you know, you gonna meet him. And, you know, I just kept going in one relationship after another relationship, and it is, and the same result. And I was like, this has got to stop. We all know what the term insanity is, mean doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. So what I've learned is it's got to be you against the world, meaning that you got to protect you against the world, all the external relationships. You got to find out who you are. You got to find out what makes you tick. What do you love? What do you don't love? You know, have you really sat down and thought about what led to the end of your last relationship? Now, I'm not talking about being in self-denial, because we can do that all day long. This is reserved for the people who are dealing with the conscious self, not the subconscious, but the conscious self, where you know what you did, you know what you contributed, and you know what you did not contribute to the relationship, whether it be good or bad. You know, knowing who you are. No, I gotta stop. No, you know, there's an exercise that says that one way you can get over a hurt is to write down that everything that happened in a relationship, everything you did and what you did and didn't do in that relationship, and then find out why you did it. And then it also says to write down how you going to make sure you don't repeat that same thing again, which I thought was awesome, but I have yet to do that. But this is what is called the work when you're in a relationship. This is what you have to do when you are trying to become a better you, you know. And like I always say in my videos, you know, if I said in the past couple videos, there's nothing wrong with you wanting to be in a relationship, because that is the way God created us, to be relational beings. And it's not about being thirsty or you pressed and all that, you know. But I had to catch myself this time and say, man, you're not going to do that again. And you know, it take a good friend like my boy who I had to talk to, and I had to release this stuff in the atmosphere. I had to actually say it. Listen, I'm not going to do what I did before. I need to take time with me. You know, I said I'm not going to be with nobody serious until probably a year and a half to 2 years I'm going to spend with myself. You know what I'm saying? We got to stop giving the best parts of us away from people who are not even not qualified to receive it, but they're not even like, they're not, I'm trying to find the right word. They're not like, not that they're qualified, but they don't even appreciate, that's it. They don't even appreciate what they got, that you are a quality person. They don't even appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? So we got to stop giving our best self away. And You got to give yourself permission to date you. Man, I mean, really, I know, and you know what? This is awkward because when I think about it, I'm a little nervous, like, take yourself to a play, take yourself to the movies, take yourself to dinner. You know what I'm saying? Spend time with yourself to the point where you get used to it. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I say, when you're dating somebody, you get data, collect data on yourself. Find out what you like and what you don't like. What kind of mood you be in. All of that stuff. Give yourself permission to love you. A lot of people say, oh, well, I love myself. I'm good. I don't need that, whatever. Man, bunch of bull jive, man. You know what I'm saying? Before you share yourself outwardly, share yourself with yourself inwardly. Give yourself permission to date you. Fall in love with you. Fall in love with yourself. Work on your body, your finances, you whatever the areas you're lacking. That's what you gotta do. And I'm telling you something. I'm preaching to myself too, because let me tell you something. I'm guilty of all the above, but I know my work is cut out for me, and I know what I got to do. So this brother Black One, here with another strong one. Till next time, family. Peace.
Thanks again for tuning in with another broadcast of Brother Black One. Until next time, family, peace and love.